Love music, love life. This is the Grapevine. It's Zibby and Irabor this morning. As always, we love it when you're part of the conversation. The WhatsApp number is 0809 4440981. You can also tweet at smooth981. And don't forget, we're streaming live as well. So you can catch the live stream up on our YouTube channel, Smooth981 FM Lagos. Irabor, good morning.
Good morning. I'm sure you guys remember Hello, Hello, that very old German TV show. Good morning.
Yes, unfortunately.
Good morning. Oh, Zibby. Good morning.
Awesome. How are you?
I'm okay. Hanging in there.
Awesome. Are you thinking of getting a smaller car? Because people are trying to get more fuel efficient vehicles now.
I'm thinking of using this whole situation to lose that 15 kg that I've always wanted to lose. So I'm going to be walking, with a lot of sunscreen. That's what I have in mind right now.
Walk. All right. Let's start off with the city of Houston declaring July 7th as Davido Day. He's certainly been at the top of his game, and now that city basically said, you know what? Today is officially Davido Day.
Oh, yes, for sure. Davido deserves all the accolades. We're talking about, talent-wise, and just from his work ethic and his music and everything that he has done professionally, and for a city outside your country to honor you, that's a huge, huge deal, especially a city of Houston like that, So at the end of the day, you look at it that it's been a consistent thing for us to be talking about Afrobeats, whether it's Burna Boy, whether it's Whiskey, whether it's Davido. And I just love the fact that they're in the news for great things. Yes, it comes with the mixture of other things, in Davido's case, in Burna Boy's case, and so on. But for the fact that you have things like this happening, I just love that our industry is doing great. So shout out to Davido, another feather in his hat. Maybe if we're coming to Nigeria, they probably will give him, I don't know what day they will give Davido, given all the situation that has been going on. So maybe like World Health Day or something.
World Stay Safe Day.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Tayo says Irabor has decided to become a car rather than buying a fuel-efficient car.
Yeah, so Tayo, it's not my fault. I did the math and I had to shut my laptop down.
Oh, wow. All right. So Two-Face has hit back at critics of his marriage to his wife, Annie. Now, they've been together for a very long time, maybe about a decade they've been married. And, trying to express his love for Annie, he says people can go ahead and cancel them as couple goals. So I guess he's saying, look, our love works for us. We're fine. We're happy.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, for you to even model your reality or thought process of how relationships should be, through celebrities or even, people that you just see, online or wherever, it's just warped in my own opinion. Yes, the glitz and glamour, would entice you, but if you really, really look deep, they are human beings, and things could even be worse off. It's just like what Charles Barkley said back in the day. I'm not a role model. The fact that I'm a superstar playing basketball doesn't mean that, my life or everything about me you have to emulate. I'm a human being at the end of the day. So, but this is also a good way for, Two-Face to get people off his back, because that marriage, it's their marriage. Whatever it is that we see in the news that happens between him and somebody else, or the fact that Annie complains but still remains there. I mean, they say don't put mouth inside love people matter, because today they are quarreling, tomorrow they are loving up. So yes, it's true. Feel free to cancel us off that high pedestal that you call relationship and marriage. We don't want it. The pressure is too much. And the whole thing that happened with Banky and this way, the way it just went off immediately. Shout out to the PR manager, whoever did the crisis management. Like, a lot of things happen. So these guys are human beings. People just need to understand. A lot of us were 80s and 90s babies that came from homes where, marriages weren't all that cracked up to be, but people stayed. And so far, it is not where somebody's taking your life or your sense of livelihood or serenity or whatever the case. Yeah, fine. as information comes, we will definitely talk about it. But Annie and Two-Face, they've been at it since 10 years, I think, if I recall. So there must be something that is making Annie stay. So, good luck to them.
Good luck to them. And I think what you said is very important about people modeling their ideas of what a couple should really be like, or what a relationship or a marriage should be like, based off of the life of celebrities. I mean, I'm sure in our own individual personal circles, there could be people that we could use as role models for relationships.
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
For sure.
All right. Well, let us know what your thoughts are. The WhatsApp number is 0809 444 981. You can also tweet at Smooth981. Francis from Ojo says, yes, Zibby, I love the public announcements by Tubaba. People shouldn't use anyone as couple goals. Focus on your parents and few people you know very well. True. And give celebrities a break and just take that unwarranted pressure off them. Taya says Two-Face and Davido are in the same WhatsApp group. That Two-Face marriage, for as long as it is a case study. People should focus on their parents' goals and not that of celebrities. And Daisy says, I didn't know people saw Tubaba and Annie's marriage as couple goals. No one should be a couple goal. Do what works for you and be happy. That's the important thing, just being happy.
For sure. Well,
I guess they are happy, because if they weren't happy, they won't still be with each other. So people on the outside can only speculate, I believe. So,
and enough, it could be a deal breaker for some people, what Two-Face allegedly does, or some people may not be able to take it. So it depends, really. At the end of the day. I've met some women who have clearly told me that, like, if my husband or my boyfriend should cheat, that they are not leaving. She is cheating, Abby. Like that, so he's just sleeping with somebody else. And I said, okay. They said, yes, that it's not a deal breaker. I've met people that they say, if the man even as much or as little as looks at somebody, it's over. So different strokes for different folks.
That is true. That is true. All right, let's talk about, still on the subject of love and marriage or failed marriage. Yeah. Jim Iyke has revealed in an interview that he's been married twice, and both of these marriages didn't exactly work out. Now, he says he called it a failed marriage, but nobody knows it. Says he has 3 children, he caused his marriage to fail, and that, he's owning up that he's not the kind of person that would blame another person for a marriage not working. So he's basically saying, like Akon, put the blame on me.
I'm sure you featured Tubaba in that song. Tubaba, who am I? Who am I? We might as well feature Akon to put the blame on me part 2. But I understand the whole need to be a man, But if the other person is wrong, you can also mention that. There's nothing wrong there, in all honesty. But if he is the person that is wrong, maybe because of the way he moves his career or whatever, yes, it's good to own up and all that. But first off, I want to give a shout out to Chude, having those remarkable guests coming to talk about real life situations where people can relate to, get a bit of comfort or sense of examples that they can see in the lives of these popular people that they can now be able to treat or handle their own situations. It's very nice. I like the fact that he's doing what he's doing with this podcast. Jim Iyke, in this regard, a lot of people that are actors, actresses, or people in the limelight, it's very difficult to hold down the relationship. Trust me, it's not beans. So whoever is doing it well and is getting it right needs to do a masterclass to teach people, because looking for a partner is, just even remove the fact that these guys are in the limelight, just normal people looking for a partner is an ordeal. The right person, because once you marry, it's over, it's there. Divorcing, it's another ordeal on its own. I've met people who have left marriages maybe after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and it doesn't go well at all. You hope for the best eventually, but in the case of Jim Iyke now, having married twice, this kind of person now, would he even believe in love again? Just speaking objectively, so,
and would anyone be willing to take a chance on him? Because, they'll be like, this guy is here walking red flag. He's been married twice. Maybe he's the problem.
And he's owning up now. People are like, what was there? What was this? But again, there'll still be people that will still follow Davido regardless of them knowing that he's married. Because it takes 2 at the end of the day. So imagine if Davido makes a pass at every woman or whatever, and they all say no. And I'm not saying that it is the women's fault. I'm also saying, Davido, too, you two don't make pass. Sure you get. But again, women and people are just attracted to, a vibe, limelight, this and that. So again, I really wish that J-Mike has sought the kind of help that he needs to pass through it. Because yes, so whether or not you're a ginger man or whatever you call yourself, emotions are emotions. You will feel it at the end of the day. Living a marriage is not as you leave somebody who you've been dating, but that one is, deeper because families are involved, children are involved. That's one of the cases of the Black community where it's single parent home or divorce houses that just cause people to be unstable. That's why you see a lot of coconut heads and emotionally imbalanced people around the world right now, in Lagos and everywhere. Like, people just don't know the blueprint to what is right in terms of relationships. So we'll get there, God willing.
I mean, you have to give it to J-Mike, though. I like how he was able to keep his marriages sort of under the radar, considering he'd had some high-profile relationships in the past that everyone knew about. There was the one with Nadia Buhari. They even had a reality TV series. And then, he's been out and about. People knew his business. So I think it's nice that he was able to learn from that and then keep his business under wraps. And no one knew about it till he told us.
People can try to do that. I mean, a lot of couples, their unity is it's based off of branding too and positioning. Like Will Smith and Jada, Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm not saying that there isn't love there. Maybe not Will Smith, but some couples, Banky and Adesuwa and co, that unit is sellable as a brand,
right.
Whatever it is that they're benefiting off that. But, a single Adesuwa or a single Beyonce, or a single Will Smith, like, what's going on here? So sometimes people band together for that purpose. And, see, I keep saying it, it's more than love when it comes to marriage. It's more than love. It's about partnership. It's about so many other things. It's about, yes, what are you bringing to the table? Yes, for sure. Yeah, because it's once you do the do and it's like, okay, what next? How are we building? How are we, So anyway.
All right. 0809 444 0981. That is the WhatsApp number. Tayo says, a single Beyonce, please. Where is she? And you know what? I think talking about these strategic partnerships, Irabor, Beyonce and Jay-Z together, they work amazing. And that's why they'll probably be together for a very, very long time. Even if Becky with the good hair comes twirling and swinging her hair in his face, he's still going to have Beyonce because she kind of cleaned up his brand and he she did. Jay-Z.
He didn't clean up her brand?
I think in a way he also did, because coming out of the Destiny's Child days, there was a lot of angst against she and her family. So I think both of them knew that they needed the other. It's like a nice symbiotic relationship. So everyone is happy. So regardless of the fights in the elevator, we'll walk out of that lift and smile, and everything will be
now. Like they'll just go back to their drawing board and look like, okay, pros and cons, SWOT analysis. What are we doing? What are the numbers? I mean, Beyonce is in her 40s. I see what's going on with Kim Kardashian now. She's steadily realizing, and again, there's another bit to this where all this whole single mama, baby mama thing that people intentionally and deliberately go into. It's ruining society. I'm very.
Does anyone intentionally go into that kind of situation?
No, I'm not saying that I'm talking about the ones that are intentionally done. There are women and men who intentionally just go and become baby mamas or baby daddies, and that's it. You bring a child into this world, there's no unity in the family. Yes. Right. For example, what's her name? Is it Tia Mori or Tamara Mori? One of them, those twins, one of them, Tia, right? All right. Tia now is, wearing bathing suits and trying to wear short dresses, and should be dancing on this
era, but she was wearing that for years before she and her husband split off, or her ex-husband split off now. I followed those girls for years. Tia, and to be fair, that relationship seemed a bit weird. Their interactions were always a bit forced. She always seemed like she was a bit more into him than he was into her. But I don't know though. You're listening to Smooth 98.1. Tyre says, let Becky with the good hair breathe. Don't suffocate her. Zibby, you owe her that responsibility. Okay, I'll try. This is the Grapevine. Do stay with us. The show continues. Tell Miriam to call Irabor. Elena Scott. Wait, he has joined.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No. Irabor, okay, good. All right. Oh, that's the 5 seconds. All right, that's fine.
You're too distant, oh. You're a little distant.
Can you hear me? Is it better?
Yeah, better. Yeah, better.
Okay.
Sorry, your network just, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I was saying with Tia, to be fair though, Tia had been that way before she and her husband broke up.
See, Zibby, Zibby, I'm sure you know what I'm saying. Zibby, don't give excuse for this thing now. Zibby, leave all these Instagram response things.
Oh wow. You're listening to The Grapevine on Smooth 98.1, Irabor and Zibby this morning. As always, we love to read your thoughts. 0809 440 981. That's the WhatsApp number. You can also tweet at Smooth 981. Irabor, welcome back. Something happened and I couldn't hear you for a bit, but yay. Yeah. Welcome back, in the words of whoever was singing that hook for me.
Mace.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this is very interesting now. The Oba Akiolu has given Amazon a 14-day ultimatum to remove the AO from Gangs of Lagos. Now, the monarch has waded into this long-running debate about the portrayal of the AO masquerade. We spoke about this months ago, and I thought this was something that was done and dusted, but apparently not.
Yeah, so let me try and be objective and clarify this respectfully. So first off, let me even use The Godfather as an example. The Godfather Part 3, where they killed Michael Corleone's granddaughter, daughter, or whatever. So they come out of the church. The person who pulls the trigger is wearing, the robe of a reverend father, because they went to a church or they were at a was it an opera or something. He had to dress to blend in so that he could get in there and do whatever he wanted to do. So they came outside and he shot the lady. I think he was trying to shoot Al Pacino or whatever, I don't know. But my point is, he had to wear that costume to enter that place to be like those people. Now, in the movie Gangs of Lagos, they had to wear that costume because when you see that costume, you don't expect violence, you don't expect anything. That's what that person used to enter. So it's not like they are rubbishing or tarnishing or trying to, just put a negative spin on Eyo at all. So once he entered the room that time and took the life of that man, there was no resistance in the process of him going inside that house. Nobody expected that this person was going to commit a crime. So that's the angle with it, just using that guise to achieve what you want to achieve, because you know that guise is not going to get you caught or get you harassed or questioned. So that's the issue. That's all. So I get that, let it not be as if we're not talking or making a fuss about anything, but there's nothing that's going to happen to Gangs of Lagos being on Amazon. It's going to be on Amazon. They can't come to Amazon or come for Amazon in any way. So I don't understand the noise that we still have till today. There are so many cultural representations in movies, in TV series, in documentaries, in whatnot, short films and co. So they should, wake up and smell the coffee and understand that movies are representations of so many things and elements, and I'm sure that there was a disclaimer in Gangs of Lagos, so they should look at the story and how much this has even, gone beyond the shores of Nigeria. So,
okay, let's move on. Janet Jackson has broken her personal record earning. Now, she's been touring since April. And from this tour alone, from April to, what's today's date, please? We are in July.
11th,
yes.
July 11th.
Okay. So from April to 11th of July, Janet Jackson has earned $51 million, which is more money than some people would ever earn in their lives.
More money. No, I'm still hopeful. I'm in my 30s. I'm still hopeful. I can just jam, Prime Minister's daughter, somebody, I don't know. Somebody can just like me and help my life. So I still hope.
Okay. So this is amazing though, because in all her career, she's never earned this much. She's worth, last time I checked, she was worth about $180 million or so. But in a few months, she's now made $51 million.
Minus tax, minus tax.
They don't specify if this is minus taxes before after taxes. Yeah.
So
Uncle Sam's gonna get his share.
Yes, now Uncle Sam is there, number one. In fact, automatically. The time I was working in the UK, like once your money comes, they've already taken it. It's like what enters your account is your own. But you now see that, oh wow, I was supposed to earn 1,009. Wow, I now have 1,002. Jesus Christ! Like, so make sure your Excel sheet, match what it is. So that amount, yes, it's great. I was even reading something about what's her name, Taylor Swift, that she was billed to earn about $1 billion in the coming years or the coming weeks or the coming months or something. So, but they did a spreadsheet where, okay, by the time, take out what she pays her people, what she's paying for tax and everything, at the end of the day, it won't be $1 billion. So, but 51 million, let's just say you carry a very good samurai sword and you slash it by half. That's maybe 25, 25.
People like Janet, though, they have the best lawyers on their team. You know how rich white people can find loopholes to not pay the tax that they're expected to. I believe that she would have a team right now working hard to make sure she's paying like just the minimum. It's regular folks that have that tax deducted once they earn a paycheck. In fact, that's what you're getting.
Yeah, for sure. Lionel Messi, I wasn't sure it was on that WhatsApp group, that was teaching certain celebrities how to bypass taxes, but a lot of people are falling victim of this thing, but I like to always do, whenever I'm calculating the worst case scenario, let's say she doesn't have people like that. Let's say she goes the normal route. That money is going by half, if not more than that. So at least, bad as it bad, Janet is $10 million richer, at least, which is still money. Yeah. So I'm so happy about that. People like that who in the 90s, even part 80s, early 2000s were, rocking the music scene, and they're still earning money today.
This is just amazing because it shows that the hard work that you put in earlier in your life will pay off eventually, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Even with the amount she's making from this store, she doesn't need to touch the other millions that she has stashed in her bank account somewhere. So it's like, baby Issa is set for life. Your mom is Janet Jackson. Your dad is a billionaire from the Middle East. Like, life is beautiful.
Like, I should just arrange play dates with baby Issa and my little nephew. Or maybe even Janet if she's looking for young blood, because I still have like 5 more years to be called young blood. So this life.
I like Janet though. The other artists that have gone for young bloods, they've made it very out there. Madonna, Mariah, a lot of the older women share. But Janet, we don't know if Janet has a toy boy or a toy man. Like, we don't know.
I really want to know. Who would be my sugar mommy that I would really like? If Beyonce was single,
Now, Beyonce is not too much older than you, so you'd be a sugar brother.
No, Beyonce, how old is Beyonce again? No,
I think Beyonce, she was born in 1981.
What's the age limit for sugar mommy?
I think for a person to be considered sugar, maybe they need to be, I don't know, maybe 10 years older at least.
I don't qualify then for Beyonce, but I mean,
you should be looking at a Madonna.
No,
too much money.
No. 45 and upwards. Zibby, are we kidding?
No, but the thing with someone like Madonna is she won't stress you. She'll just spoil you,
But
you
it's
know?
true. Madonna almost passed away, remember, because of the surgery thing that she did.
Yes.
So imagine if I was the one by the side there, I'd just be like, may I have to
You'll
pull
be
this plug.
counting how much you're getting. Okay, let's see what messages we have coming through. Taya says for Irabor, I nominate Cher.
Okay.
Yeah. Cher is cool. Like she was so cool with that Amber Rose's ex. Like I love them together. I think they were a brilliant, beautiful couple. Okay.
Yeah.
Daisy says wow to Janet Jackson. And then she says it's a movie and nothing more. It will remain on Prime. That's in response to the Gangs of Lagos movie. Yeah. Francis says royal fathers should focus on issues that bother their locality other than portrayal of masquerades seen in a movie. All right. Ajibade says, I was somewhere in Yanapaja sometime in 2005 and 4 girls were talking about having a chance to meet with Two-Face, and 4 of them said they would try to put their claws on him, if you know what I mean. And he says, please let us extend grace when it comes to people in limelight. You'll be living your own life, and some obnoxious individual will be planning on falling into your bed or chair or table.
Please, who is that person? What's the person's name again?
That is Ajibade. Okay, let's see. Xavier says the traditional rule is clamoring for Gangs of Lagos should rethink their position. All right, thank you for that. Let's go on to the next message, to the next article. I beg your pardon. Now, Kiki Palmer, there's definitely a lot of drama in Palmerdom. Her husband is her boyfriend, I beg your pardon, they're not married. He's deleted her pictures and he's unfollowed her. So the backstory is he wasn't too happy with her at what she wore to an Usher concert, and he goes on social media to say, look, you are a mother, why are you dressed like this? And social media decided to fight on her behalf.
Yeah, so there's this thing that's going on online where people know clearly when something is wrong, but they now support you for doing something wrong and silly. If this were reversed, she wouldn't be having it. If it was, who is the sexiest, let's say Rihanna or somebody or Beyonce or someone was doing that to him. I mean, Beyonce wouldn't even do that in that sense. But my point is, if the roles were reversed, because he is not the richer one, let's even focus on that one, she would not take it. Do you get my point? So now, you cannot have a boyfriend, you're a mother, and Usher is doing his job, by the way, because Usher doesn't know what's going on in their house. Usher is entertaining and he's doing what he's supposed to do. Shout out to Usher, but you are now going there wearing that type of dress. People are saying, if you're going to date a baddie, you're supposed to expect, whether you're a baddie or not, when you have a guy and you have a child, you cannot behave the way you've been behaving. It doesn't make any sense. It's wrong. So let's just call it what it is. You get my point. So people are saying, he's insecure. He can't do this. Come on now. If somebody's calling you out on something that you know is clearly wrong, why are you not focusing on insecurity? So I'm not for it. I am not, I'm going to side Kiki or anybody who is supporting Kiki. It was wrong by Kiki to have done that, to have worn that kind of dress, to have, allowed herself to be serenaded like that.
So I'm all for expression, but we need to understand there are limits to certain things. Yeah. I don't think his anger was so much the Usher performance, because all Usher did was sing and then they hugged and that was it, right? I think it was more about the dressing.
The dressing, the whole Usher thing, everything. And this is pent-up energy, in my own opinion. I am not for the guy going on Twitter and doing all that one or calling out his wife. I don't like that. That one, he's completely wrong for that one. Completely wrong. But it could have been a case of he couldn't hold it again. You don't even know what's going on at home. You know, but again, he was wrong for the Twitter call out. He should have done that privately with his wife, his girlfriend or whatever, and she too, she needs to be what's the word now? Aware and not woke in this regard. Yeah.
I agree with you. With regards to the performance, Usher was doing his job. A lot of the R&B artists from that era, they would make every woman seem like they are the queen. So Good one on Usher, good one on Kiki for enjoying it. But with the outfit, I thought it was completely inappropriate. And the sad part is, what is inappropriate is now considered normal in this world that we live in. Because you can't be walking around with your entire derriere hanging out. I'm sorry, it's inappropriate. There's some people who don't want to see that. So I can understand him not being happy about that bit. But yes, he should have done it privately. People, keep your clothes on, please. I mean,
people get off Twitter and social media. We don't want to hear your business. Please go and get the playbook of Banky and Adesua, please. You guys will learn.
All right, let's go on to our messages really quickly. This one is from Xavier, is it? Okay, Francis says, folks should give Keke Palmer's baby daddy a break. Maybe he called out on social media because he must have told her about her dress before. She should have compromised in her dress sense and also should respect her partner. All right, but he shouldn't also have called her out in public. Wait till she gets home. Yeah. Zicolo says, I think the major problem with us is we like to major in minor things, from folk with real life issues disturbing their heads about Banky, Two-Face, or Davido. So the king making threats, it's just a work of art. All right. Jayla says Irabor for president. Clearly there were some prior undertones then. She was clearly out of line. I saw his point about being the man of the house, but yeah, he lost that point being on social media. And Fatima says, leave Kiki's fella alone. He's not focused. Have you seen the half-naked picture he posted of her? It's not the most scandalous thing he's worn. He was just jealous and petty. Xavier says, cancel culture, the approval of nonsense here and there. People want them to do them, but don't want to take in the resultant effects. Can't have your cake and eat it and put it in the fridge. They will be fine. But you know what? I'm glad though, because Usher brought R&B magic back. You know what people like Teddy Pendergrass would do? Even R. Kelly on stage, you know, they would make, even some of the female artists, I think it was Betty White, she would get very racy with the audience. So if you don't like that kind of thing, well, don't go.
I mean, USHERRAYMOND. Usher Raymond. I won't even let my wife go for that kind of concert. You watch it via Zoom. What are you doing? My friend.
Oh, wow. But the truth is, when you're at a concert and a singer pulls you and is singing to you, you have to get into the moment.
No,
you
not getting and I'm there. I will not use football bat and flog somebody.
I have gotten into the moment and I will get into the moment, but as long as it's tasteful, you know.
Well, okay. Well, if you're in a relationship and you're married, and maybe you're married to me, and we're in a relationship, you just, okay, you see Memo by the door waiting for you when you get home. You will feel really blank
on the curb. All right. Thank you so much for your messages. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much, Irabor, for being our analyst this morning. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And that is it for the Grapevine. Do stay with us. There's a lot more to come on the Smooth Breakfast. Bye, Irabor.
Bye.